Describe the giant tonight.
Amen.
Is y'all hear what the Lord is saying? Let's go in 1 Samuel chapter 17. I told my son tonight, I said, you got to read now. Y'all ain't said that. Because you got to get an understanding that when everybody say they qualify, God will use you to handle a big situation with everybody just talking and looking. Hello? You know, a lot of times when people run their mouth, I get past them because they ain't gonna do nothing. But we serve a God as well able. Hello? Let's start at verse 23. So you're gonna see it now, you got to read now. To down to verse 51. Y'all ain't said nothing, but I ain't gonna jump in all that. But we got to get understanding. Open up your ears and hear what the Lord is saying to us when we're finna face the biggest thing that's called the giant, Goliath. And whatever that Goliath is, you got to have the mindset. God is finna put you in my hand. Come on, somebody. Wait, are you ready? Read, son.
And as he talked with them, behold, there came up the champion, the Philistine of Gath, Goliath by name, out of the armies of the Philistines, and spoke according to the same word.
Y'all listen now, come on.
And David heard them. And all the men of Israel, when they saw the man, fled from him, and were sore afraid.
Come on.
And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches, and will give him his daughter, and make his father's house free in Israel.
Come on.
And David spoke to the men that stood by him, saying, what shall be done to the man that killeth this Philistine, and taketh away the reproach from Israel? For who is this uncircumcised Philistine, that he should defy the armies of the living God? And the people answered him after this manner, saying, so shall it be done to the man that killeth him. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spoke unto the men, and Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride, and the naughtiness of thine heart. For thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. And David said, what have I now done? Is there not a cause? And he turned from him toward another, and spoke after the same manner. And the people answered him again after this former manner. And when the words were heard which David spoke, they rehearsed them before Saul, and he sent for him. And David said to Saul, let no man's heart fail because of him. Thy servant will go and fight with this Philistine. And Saul said to David, thou art not able to go against this Philistine to fight with him, for thou art but a youth, and he a man of war from his youth. And David said unto Saul, thy servant keep his father's sheep. And there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, seeing he hath defiled the armies of the living God. David said, moreover, the Lord that delivered me out of the paw of the lion, and out of the paw of the bear, he will deliver me out of the hand of this Philistine.
Y'all hear that? Come on.
And Saul said unto David, go, and the Lord be with thee. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put a helmet of brass upon his head. Also he armed him with a coat of mail. And David girded his sword upon his armor, and he attempted to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off him. And he took his staff in his hand, and chose him 5 smooth stones, out of the brook, and put them in the shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a scrip. And his sling was in his hand, and he drew near to the Philistine. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David, and the man that bore the shield went before him. And when the Philistine looked about and saw David, he disdained him, for he was but a youth, a ruddy, and of a fair countenance. And the Philistine said unto David, am I a dog that thou comest to me with staves? And the Philistine cursed David by his God.
Come on.
And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air, and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword, and with a spear, and with a shield. But I come to thee in the name of the Lord of hosts.
Y'all better catch that.
The God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defiled. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand, and I will smite thee, and take thine head from thee, and I will give it to the carcass, of the host of the Philistine this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, that all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel.
Come on.
And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And it came to pass, when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put in his hand in his bag, and took thence a stone, and slung it, and smote the Philistine in his forehead, that the stone sunk into his forehead.
Come on.
And he fell upon his face to the earth. So David prevailed over the Philistine with a sling and with a stone, and smote the Philistine, and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David ran and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword, and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him, and cut off his head therewith. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled.
Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
When the Lord is finna pick you out of everybody talking, but they ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. See, the army was so going up against one another. And this one giant was talking about Israel. God living army. And David said, I'm tired of hearing your mouth. Ain't it amazing how when you're in a big family or a small family, and the one doing all the talking, but ain't going on the battlefield? Y'all ain't saying that. So David said, catch this, y'all, catch this. David said, I know what I'm doing, but when God send you on another assignment, David got fed up hearing a loudmouth giant doing a whole lot of talking. He said, well, I come to handle you.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. And when you look at the text, this is the amazing thing. Catch this, y'all, catch this. When Goliath told David what he gonna do to him, look how David flipped his own words back on him.
Amen.
Hello, come on, somebody. So wherever your giant is, you got to talk back to it. You can't play with it. You can't play patty cake with it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. You got to talk to that thing. If you saying this to me and you talking about me, I'm gonna flip it back on you. You trying to curse something can't be cursed.
Amen.
Did y'all hear what I'm saying? So in other words, God said, hey, he said, I'm going to show you something, David. I'm tired of hearing them talking, but I'm ready to show them how powerful I am.
Amen.
Catch this in the text. How when he went and they have to repeat everything you say.
Come on.
Amen. Come on.
And he went back and told the king everything that what David was saying. And here come David, older brother. Catch this now. You get mad, but you ain't getting out there.
Come on.
Amen.
It's all, you doing a whole lot of anger, but you ain't finna face what you're looking at.
Amen.
That's a giant. Tall, the champion. But tell your enemy, the champion is finna come down.
Amen. Yeah.
So David said, hold up, I serve a God.
Hallelujah.
Then he had to explain to Saul. He said, yeah. He said, did you not know when the lion tried to and snatched what I went after him. Catch the persistence. When you tell the enemy, you can't stop me, I'm coming after you.
Amen. Come on.
David was persistent. He said, hold up, you messing with my daddy. She talking, I'm going to get him out your mouth and I'm going to slay you.
Amen.
Yeah, here come the bad.
Amen.
What bad you got to face and you ain't scared to go after?
Hallelujah.
Or you going to keep running from the things that God anoints you to run after and kill it?
Amen.
Y'all ain't saying nothing. You can kill counsel by speaking the word. By his stripes,
Amen.
I'm already. Oh, come on, talk back to me, y'all. And the amazing thing, that when God gave me this text, I said, well, it's so much to read. He said, no, son. He said, but I need them to hear before they follow simple instructions. You cannot take a giant down if you don't follow simple instructions.
Amen.
Catch this, catch this. Why are you trying to put something on me and it's not tailor-made for me?
Amen. That's right.
Y'all ain't saying that. God said, what I gave you, and I guarantee you, everybody don't see that chair for you fall.
Amen. Come on.
So Goliath was telling David, he said, I'm going to feed you to the buzzard and this and that. And David said, well, I tell you what, I'm going to give you back to them.
That's right.
Oh, come on. See, if you're afraid to talk to what's coming up against you, you might as well just sit down and don't do nothing. Be like the rest of the Israel, just being afraid.
Amen.
But here David ain't masculine. He ain't built like his brothers, but he was anointed, handpicked by God. He said, tend to the sheep, but I'm going to send you on, catch this now. And he left the sheep unattended.
Amen.
While he left them unattended, God angels watching over the sheep. Y'all ain't saying nothing.
Amen. Come on.
Because he got tired. Catch this, y'all. When you get tired of the enemy telling you what he's going to do in your life, he come to kill, steal, and destroy, you ought to turn that thing to the background. But by God come that I may have life and have it more abundantly. If you're afraid to talk to him, don't talk about God.
Amen. That's right.
David was not afraid. And he began to tell him, he said, I tell you what, he said, the Lord don't deliver you in my hand.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. And he said, I tell you what, catch this, y'all, catch this. Why are you running away from something when you need to run to it?
Hallelujah.
Look at what David did. Check this out. Carl, check this out. He hates to him.
Amen.
Well, look, even when your family tries to say, don't do it, I ain't talking to you. You ain't on God level. I see things that you don't want to see. I see him being defeated. I see him being overtaken, and you trying to downrate. No, they said. How many times when God tell you to do something, how come somebody in the family older than you trying to tear you down?
Yes, Lord. Amen.
It's in the text. It's in the text. Because they realized God did not ask them to do it.
Amen.
That's right. God is not looking for a loudmouth talker. He's looking for somebody going to be persistent and say, if the Lord said, I can do it.
Amen.
That's why the Bible said, Mama, catch this. He said, I can do all things through Christ. David said, hey, if God was with me when I handled something could have killed me and told me up for lunch and snack and dinner and had me on the next day and the next day, he said, but I'm going after that because what you took, it did not belong to you.
Amen.
You took something that God had me to watch over. And I'm coming at you. Ain't no fear in God. So why you walking in fear?
Amen.
Woo! David said, hold out. He said, Saul, he said, let me have a little conversation with you. He said, God gave me the ability to kill a lion and a bear. He said, I just slayed that old lion, but that old bear, I had to grab him by his beard to make sure he don't get away. And I had to...
Amen.
You got to know how to cut your giant down and look that giant in the face and say, I'm coming after you. Don't even worry about you trying to get to me. I'm coming to you.
Amen. Come on.
Is y'all hearing what the word of God is saying? And when David hates to him, David already had in his mind by hearing God, you got to know how to time your enemy.
Amen. Thank you.
Woo! Don't let the enemy get a jump on you. Y'all ain't saying nothing. David said, I'm going to make sure you don't have time to pull out your blade. You ain't going to have time to throw a spear because I'm already in motion.
Amen. Yes.
Lord have mercy. And while he was in motion, I wish y'all catch this prophetic word. I ain't moving my hand for nothing. I'm finna tear down some stuff. Y'all ain't saying nothing. He was running and moving at the same time. Reaching in, he had to look in the back. When you know your gift, you don't have to look for it. Just reach in and grab something. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And he began to just grind that thing up. And all of a sudden,
hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
He ain't have to take no second hit. It was the first hit. Y'all ain't said nothing.
Amen.
Because David said, I ain't coming in my strength. I ain't coming in my will. I ain't coming in my identity. I'm coming in the name of the Most High God. He gonna give you to me today, and you ain't getting up.
Amen.
When you tear your enemy up, make sure he don't get up.
Amen.
And when he got that smooth stone and he was timing, and y'all ain't saying that. God said, don't be in a rush. I need him to see it before he hit him.
Amen.
Yeah, y'all ain't saying that. And David said, yes, Lord, I hear you. See, David was running to him, but at the same time, he put the rock in the sling, and he was running it, and he was timing it. He said, Lord, win. God said, I'll tell you when. And all of a sudden, God said, release it.
Amen. Yeah. Thank you, Lord.
Come on.
When he hit him, Lord, he hit him right in the sink of his head. And oh, what a great fall. Your enemy finna fall in 2018. Y'all ain't got to say nothing. Whatever is coming up against you, you just got to know how to just say, yeah, you say I might have this, but by his stripes, y'all ain't saying
Amen.
woo, ain't going out like that.
Amen.
And when he sung it, he hit him right in the center of his forehead. This is what I like about it. When God said, you throw it, I'll sink it in his head.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Lord.
He said, I just ask you to just get in a moment and get in a hand swinging. He said, well, you let it go.
Hallelujah.
Watch how the anointing, and it sunk. It ain't just hit him and left a blood stain. It sunk in his head to let him know, you ain't getting up.
Amen.
And then his face fell to the ground. That's another earthquake.
Amen.
You want to know just no ordinary height like we was. This man was tall.
Amen.
His stature will feed you. Y'all ain't saying that. But God will make that fear come back.
Hallelujah.
Hello?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it had to shut the rest of them up. One little young man finna take on a big man.
Amen.
But in God, I say, it was the opposite.
Amen.
Greater finna come out over the enemy.
Amen.
Great is he that is in you and me than he that is in the world. Y'all ain't saying that. God said, David, you already know what I did for you the one time. You know what I did for you twice. Now let me do it a third time.
Amen. Thank you, Lord.
I don't care if it's cancer, whatever, it's sugar diabetes or lung cancer, whatever. You got to tell it, it ain't going to work right here today. I'm going to sling this word of God over my situation, and I ain't going to let it take me out because I got too much to do for him. Catch it. David said, well, what is the reward?
Come on.
It's amazing how people talk about, well, the king said, you do this, do that, you'll get his daughter. David, okay. But I'm asking you again, what is the reward? And who killed it? Look how people talk about killing, but scared to kill. Here David wasn't thinking about killing, but he was thinking about going in the name of the Lord.
Amen. Yeah.
He said, hold up, you offending my God.
That's right.
Look at this text. He left Saul out of the picture. Y'all ain't saying that. He said he defiling the living God.
That's it.
Is y'all hear what I'm saying? He said, Saul, I know you, but the living God of the army.
Uh-huh.
Come on.
That's what happened.
Sometimes you got to stand over something bigger than you. Catch this kid. You got to pull out their blade.
Amen.
His blade, catch this called handmade.
Amen. Come on.
Here you is, you little, then what you're fighting against.
Amen.
But you don't know how much anointing you can grab that blade
Hallelujah.
out of the hooks
Amen. Yes.
and just stand over. And he don't like it, mama, when God says you're going to live and not die.
Amen.
And you're going to tell death, back up because I got to cut the enemy off.
Amen. Come on.
He cut his head off.
Yes, he did.
Everything the enemy say to you, God don't give you a word